so freely. Terry-Dwayne-Ashford reporting for you. Yeah, we jump back in and we say, from that statement is, if you have kept an individual in this particular case who needed me, what was that about? Was sabotaging the jobs, keeping financial finances away from the person who all I needed to do is to get to them and see them. And they probably would have told me what was going on, and it probably could have been fixed. But what was it? Was the sabotaging of the job aimed at them? I am just confused here. I still don't know what's going on. We have one more segment we're going to play from earlier today around 5 p.m. when we begin to feel the feelings that something is happening. And when we begin to feel those feelings, we made another recording, and we're going to play that right now. Terry-Dwayne-Ashford, we're closing out this one today at 4:58 right now, and we're just saying that if anything was done in secret behind the scenes, relying on a falsification or a premise that Terry-Dwayne-Ashford had not touched an American, well, Americans who made the decisions knew that. They already knew that Terry-Dwayne-Ashford had touched an American. They also knew and expected that particular touching, because of the intimacy of the nature of the sexuality and sexual, would remain the same, even rewarded people to keep that part a secret. So if something was done, like the Muhammad case, where somebody was put to death based on a hidden truth, then we have our answers right there, and they knew it. They knew it. Terry-Dwayne-Ashford here reporting for you live April 1st. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and close out with that, and that's going to be my comments about it. Now, at this point, even today, even feeling what I feel, even knowing something, feeling something is happening. Even with that, I have no clue what's happening. No one has told me anything, and I'm wondering who can tell me something. I need to know something, don't you think? Wouldn't you think? All these feelings swirling around, wouldn't I need to know something in order to move forward, move on? And the sabotaging. If there was some sabotaging that was being done, was that being done? Let's first of all look at why. Was it being done knowing that I touched an American, but maybe not a wider American? Could that have been done? The sabotaging have been done with race behind it. Could that have been done? It's a spiritual thing that I don't touch any other race, man or woman, sexually. That's spirituality. Now, so could that sabotaging with the ones carrying out the sabotaging knowing that I had touched an American, wouldn't that cause alarm in somebody's heart? The person's name that I touched, they already know. Sean, everybody knows, right? It was even documented. They know everything else, and they know that. It was documented. And second fact is, if you're keeping all of this information from people, then how is an individual to know what to bring forward to save others? Shouldn't, Now, if I had known a long time ago that telling the fact that I touched maybe a whiter or an American, if I'd known that, wouldn't I have placed that in some type of document? Wouldn't that have been the case? Terry-Dwayne-Ashford reporting live for you. At this particular point, one of the reasons why I know something important, drastic, big, or terrible has happened. It's because all these cops are rolling around me. For what? Anybody would ask themselves the question, why are all these cops rolling around me? Ain't nobody told me nothing. The only thing I know is they was working deceit behind the scenes that may have affected my registration. But how do I, a person, know these things when no one can say anything? Woo! Very, very interesting. 9 minutes into the day's broadcast. We're about to go live in a few short moments. But I'm terry-dwayne-ashford. I'm your StreetNOW news chick, reporting for NewsRadio by SNnews. April 1st is the date. The time right now is 6:15, and the day is Thursday evening. And we're going to give you a little music for the day that we've gotten together for you, and then we're going to close out in about 6 more minutes now. You're with StreetNOW News. Check terry-dwayne-ashford, and we are delivering for you our 6:30 p.m. show, NewsRadio by SNnews. I'm terry-dwayne-ashford, StreetNOW News, your journalist-in-chief broadcaster. For StreetNOW News, you're with NewsRadio by SNnews right now. NewsRadio by SNnews is an entity of Tap Media, Wilmer Wayne and Companies, under which you also have the pleasure and the entertainment of DatGuY TV, DatGuY Television, DatGuY Radio, Laugh Loud Indacarseat DatGuY Show, Indacarseat That Show, and The Morning Talk. Through all of that, you also have the news articles that's written for you, about you, all in your favor at DatGuY TV, StreetNOW News, tweet station by terry-dwayne-ashford, your chick. Something terrible has happened.